I think one of the most important activities at the museum, and an activity that has enormous impact, of course, are the educational activities. So if I were to ask you, what do you think of as the main goals of POLIN Museum's educational program? And is there a way to measure the impact of these programs?
Well, measuring the impact of education is intrinsically difficult because, yes, you educate some young people, they grow, but this is not the only factor that shapes the understanding of the past or whatever you teach. So you never know how effective you were. Yes, there are some measures, short-term, long-term. And by short-term measures, for example, we ask all the participants in our educational activities, have you learned something new? 85% say, yes, I have learned something new. We ask how satisfied you are. Wasn't it too difficult? Was the language adequate? And, very, I would say, simple questions, but which are important. And we not only have Polish students or participants in the program. Now, because of the war in Near East, we don't have many Israeli groups, but we have had systematically for years developed a program for young Israelis coming. That was very important for us, that they don't see Poland only as a big cemetery, that they visit not only Auschwitz and Treblinka, but they also learn the history of the people they want to honor. And when we said that a museum makes part of a memorial complex, but it's not a memorial institution, I believe that in a way, yes. I think you said it, that the monument which stands in front of the museum honors the Jews of Warsaw Ghetto by showing how they died. This museum honors them by showing how they had lived, them and their parents, grandparents, and great-great-grandparents back to the Middle Ages. I think it's also a way of honoring them. This is so it is a memorial function, but different from other memorials. And I know them because I am the chairperson of the International Auschwitz Council. We debated every year what are the proper forms and ways of commemorating exactly in the memorial institutions of the Shoah, which are mostly located in Poland. So I think this is the skill which we have developed of speaking various languages. The most important statement I hear from our students and visitors is, I want to learn more.